Many Boston neighborhoods have parades that celebrate either a particular heritage or a common ground. There's a new effort to make that happen with the first Roxbury Unity Parade on July 22nd. To tell us what's planned is the parade's founder and executive director, Burton. Thank you very much for being with us, Toy.
Thank you, Chris, for having me.
First of all, talk about your Roxbury connection.
So I grew up in Roxbury. My mom and her siblings, they grew up in Roxbury at Ruggles Street Projects. And even though I was 7 when we moved to Dorchester, to me, I'm still Roxbury.
And you know, you moved out for a while and you came back to Roxbury. What is it about Roxbury for you?
It's home. That's all I can say, it's home. Like, even if I go somewhere and I'm coming back on the highway, once I see that exit 18, there's something that makes me smile that says home, you know?
Now, I know Roxbury does have something like a parade. There's this Caribbean festival that's been parading down Warren Street and Blue Hill Avenue for decades now. Wonderful event,
Yes.
But again, how's that different from what you have in mind?
Okay, so the difference, the name itself says the Caribbean, or it's called the West Indian Festival, and it's celebrating people from the West Indies, like Barbados,
Trinidad.
Yes, thank
right,
you.
Exactly.
So this is basically to uplift Roxbury, about people who love Roxbury, who grew up in Roxbury. Like I said, you don't even have to be from Roxbury to love Roxbury.
Now, what about what got you thinking about this? Was there something that you saw or that really said, hey, we got to do this?
Well, when I first moved back, I seen like just Boston changing, like downtown changing. And my first thought was, how can Roxbury capitalize on this tourism? But I was thinking, you know, Roxbury needs something to make people come into Roxbury. So that's when I first had the idea about a parade. And then, you know, I let it creep out of my mind. And then last year, when I was with Tito Jackson volunteering with him in the Dorchester Day Parade. So again, I was like, wait a minute, how come Roxbury doesn't have a parade? And then like a month or so after that, there was a lot of violence going on in the city. And I was thinking, you know, we need something to pull us together, something to unite us, something to help us heal.
Well, one thing about the Dorchester Day Parade is it's amazingly diverse. You get all of these different ethnicities and other kinds of identities that are mixed in. And I guess, what about Roxbury?
Roxbury is also that way. It's very diverse, very cultural centered. And on the day of the parade, we would like to display that. So everyone is invited to come.
Anything you can tell me about some people that you've already maybe got lined up to do this in the parade?
So right now, a couple of politicians, of course, they already reached out and said they wanted to be in the parade. The brothers of Phi Beta Sigma, they already registered to be in the parade. The thing is, a lot of people are saying they want to participate in the parade, but they haven't yet registered to be in the parade. So even though there's a lot of chatter, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to come, my dad, my mom, all this, we are counting on people to register.
Now, I know that there's a lot of cultural wealth right now in Roxbury, organizations, individuals,
Yes.
And I could see how a parade would be a very nice outlet for them. So if they haven't done this already, what would be the best way for them to get in touch with you about that?
Well, the best way would be to register on the website, which is www.roxbury18.weebly.com. And the funny thing is, when I was trying to log on today, I was having trouble that way. But if you go to our event page on Facebook, you could see the website there. If you don't have Facebook, feel free to email me at Roxbury Unity Parade@gmail.com, and I could send them the link.
Now, I know that there are some parades that I know from Boston. I go back far enough. I know that, you know, they seem to be mainstays now, and they're pretty big.
Yes.
But they started small. So what do you see on July 22nd?
Okay, so our route is pretty small. So we're going from Malcolm X Boulevard, starting at Madison Park High School, to Malcolm X Park, right behind the Shelbourne Community Center. So it's not a great distance. So that's a good thing in a sense, and it is our first year. But hopefully, year after year, it will get bigger, and we will need more space.
We should finally mention one more time that if people want to get in touch about this, what's the best way for them to do it, or at least to keep up with any new information?
Okay, so the best way, like I said, is you can email me at roxburyunityparade@gmail.com, or you could go to the website, www.roxburyunity18.weebly.com. There's the Facebook page, which is the inaugural Roxbury Unity Parade. We're on quite a few calendars, so you can go to the boston.gov events page. We're on that. The Arts Boston calendar, the Banners calendar, JP's calendar, Dorchester's calendar. So there's plenty of ways that people can find out when it's starting and where we're starting at.
Oh, well, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Toy Burton from Roxbury Unity Parade. We'll have more news in just a moment.